Kelly Station is going to be a beehive of activity this weekend. We have 12 visiting co-ed scouts from the Napanee area. We're going to make some teepee tent pegs, and we're going to put up an 18-foot diameter teepee. It's impossible for Kathy and I to do an episode of the Woodland Escape without telling a wee bit of history. And given we've got the Scouts here this weekend, I thought it appropriate to talk about their founding father, Lord Baden Powell. He was born February 22nd, 1857, passed away January the 8th, 1941. He served in the British military from 1876 until 1910 in both India and Africa. Not only was Lord Baden Powell soldier, he was also a writer. He wrote a military manual called Aids to Scouting. Not too many years would pass when he decided that he would rewrite that to suit youth readership. And in 1907 he held the first camp at Brownsea Island for 22 boys, a mixture of social backgrounds to test some of his ideas, which is now seen as the beginning of the Scouting movement. He makes the decision in 1910 to retire from the Army, primarily on the advice from King Edward VII, who suggested that he could better serve his country by promoting Scouting. Scouting youth movement and World Scouting movement grew. By the end of 1910, there were 100,000 Scouts in England. By 1922, more than 1 million Scouts in 32 countries. And by 1933, the number of Scouts had grown in excess of 3.3 million. So 4 years ago, Kathy and I started a project of developing Kelly Station, which we hope would become a learning center for youth and for living historians. And we've got Ed Logren here. Ed,
nice to see you, Peter.
Pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
And you are with the
Napanee Scouts, Napanee Valley.
Yeah. Very good. And how many troopers do we have here?
We've got 11 in today. We've got 6 girls, 5 boys.
So co-op now.
Yeah, it's just Scouts Canada these days.
What year did they change that?
I don't know, and I'd hate to be caught quoting it wrongly, but I'm thinking early 2000s, something like that.
In my era of Scouting, it was just boys on one side and girls on the other. They didn't mix. It's good, though. It works well.
Yeah, it seems like everybody gets along pretty well. It doesn't seem to mess anything up, really. It's all good.
So we had spent the morning in the blacksmith shop. Everybody made a peg for our project this afternoon. An example right there. How did that go?
It went pretty good. I think everybody got a chance to point and bend and reheat a fair bit of metal, and we got through it in a couple hours, so it actually worked out fairly well.
There we go. And this afternoon we're going to be putting up an 18-foot diameter teepee. Think the troops up for it?
I think so, and we are looking for a place to sleep tonight, so hopefully it works out. But
kind of rained last night. How'd you make out?
I was sleeping on top of the blockhouse.
Oh, you cheated. You cheated.
But I don't know, the Scouts were pretty dripping wet this morning. So.
They tell me they're going to sleep in the cabins tonight.
Is that what they say?
That's what they say.
Just David and I are going to be the only ones sleeping in the teepee, maybe.
Okay, very good. So shall we get at the teepee?
Yeah, let's get to it.
Let's do her. Since 1922, the growth has been phenomenal. Recent estimates indicate that there are over 57 million young people involved in the Scouting movement worldwide, in over 170 countries and territories. These are primarily co-ed programs. In addition to that, we have 8.9 million girls that are involved in girls-only program, which includes Girl Guides and Girl Scouting. As a child growing up and well into my teen years, I was involved in the Scouting movement myself as a cub, a scout, a venturer, and finally a rover. And as an adult, I led beavers, cubs, and scouts as my 3 boys grew up. I can't say enough about the movement. I encourage anyone to get out there. It gets children outside. It's educational. It's physical education. It's mental education. It's just a great pastime for young folks.